Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 4-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started.
The 6 and 8 in column 1 blocks these three cells here. So 6 and 8 goes in these two cells. Now that we have a 6 and 8 here. So accordingly, H3 takes 6 and I2 takes 8. Now the remaining numbers in this block are 3, 4 and 9. So accordingly, let's fill it. We have a 3 here. So 4, 9 can go in this cell. 3, 4 or 9 can go in this cell. There is a 9 here. So 3 or 4 can go in this cell. This forms a triplet, 3, 4, 9 triplet. If you see in this puzzle, you can see a lot of 6 and 8 across. So let's find out all 6 and 8 of the puzzle before we get into any row or column. Fine. So here in column 1 you have a 6 and column 3 you have a 6, which blocks these two cells. There is a 6 here in B row which blocks this cell. So C2 takes 6. Now this 6 and this 6 here in B row blocks these two rows. There is a 6 here in column 9 which blocks this cell. So A8 takes 6. Now this 6 blocks these two cells and this 6 here in column 9 blocks these two cells. There is a 6 in E row. So F7 takes 6. Now this 6 in F row and the 6 in E row blocks these two rows. There is a 6 in column 6 and a 6 in column 4 which blocks these two cells. So B5 takes 6. Now we have 6 in all the grids. Now let's go for 8. You have 8 here in C row and 8 here in B row, which blocks these two rows. There is 8 here in column 4, which blocks this cell. So A5 takes 8. So this 8 blocks this cell and there is 8 here which blocks these three cells. There is 8 in E row and F row which blocks these two cells. So 8 goes in D6. Now in this block, you can see there is 8 here in column 8 and 8 in column 9 which blocks these two columns, and there is 8 here in H row and 8 in I row which blocks these two cells. So 8 goes here in G7. Similar to 6 and 8, you can see a lot of 3s also around. So let's find out 3 also across the puzzle. Now in this block, 3 blocks this entire cell, and you have 3 here which blocks this entire column, and you have a 3 here in E row which blocks this cell. So D3 takes 3. So this 3 in A row blocks this row and this 3 in C row blocks this row. So 3 has to be in one of these two cells. There is a 3 blocking from here. So B4 takes 3. So moving to this side, you have this 3 in E row blocking these two cells. There is a 3 here and there is a 3 in D row which blocks these two cells. So F9 takes 3. And moving down here in this block, you have 3 in column 4 and 3 in column 5 which blocks these two columns. And you have a 3 here in I row which blocks this cell. So 3 goes here in H6. This 3 cancels out the 3 here. So G1 now takes 3. In row G, there are only 3 empty cells. The missing numbers are 1, 4 and 7. You can see 1 and 4 in column 8 blocking this cell. So these two cells, that is G4 and G5, takes 1, 4 pair, and 7 goes here in G8. Let's try to fill column 8. You have a 2 here which blocks these two cells. So in column 8, 2 goes here in H8. Now the missing numbers in column 8 are 5 and 9. There is a 9 here in D row which blocks here. So D8 takes 5 and E8 takes 9. In this block, there is 8th block. There are only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 2, 5 and 7. There is a 2 and 7 blocking this cell. So H5 takes 5, and let's fill these two cells with 2, 7 pair. In D row, there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1, 4 and 7. If you take this cell, there is a 1 blocking here. So D9 takes 4 or 7. Here you can see 7 blocking. So D4 can take 1 or 4. Here in D row, you can see 4 blocking here. So D1 can take either 1 or 7. Now, if you see in column 4, you have 1, 4, 1, 4 matching pair. That means no other cells in this column can take 1 or 4. Now, interestingly, you can see there is a 4 in column 1 blocking here. There is a 4 from this column 4 blocking here. And there is a 4 here which blocks here. So that means in A row, this is the only cell, that is A3 is the only cell where 4 can be. Now 4 blocks this row and this 4 blocks this bottom row. That means B5 takes 4. Now I feel this is a very key step in this puzzle. If you are following my puzzle, after this it's going to be very easy. This 4 here in B5 cancels out the 4 here. So G5 takes 4, takes 1. G4 takes 4. D4 takes 1. D1 takes 7. And D9 takes 4. And in this block, there is only one empty cell, and it is 7. In column 3, there are only 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are 2, 7 and 9. There is a 7 and 9 in this block which blocks this cell. So 7 and 9 has to be in these two cells. Now you have a 7 blocking here. So C3 takes 9 and B3 takes 7 and 2 goes here in E3. In A row also there are 3 empty cells and the missing numbers are similarly 2, 7, 9. There is a 7 and 9 blocking here. So A1 takes 2. So 7 and 9 has to be in these two cells. There is a 7 blocking here. So A4 takes 9 and A9 takes 7. Now in column 1 there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 5. There is a 1 blocking from here. So F1 takes 5 and B1 takes 1. Now there is the only missing number in this block is 5. There are only 2 empty cells in column 2 and the missing numbers are 1 and 4. There is a 1 here in F row. So F2 takes 4 and E2 takes 1. In block 2, there are again 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 2. There is a 1 blocking from here. So C5 takes 2 and C6 takes 1. The only missing number in 0 is 5. Now this 2 here cancels out the 2 here in I row. So I5 is now 7 and I6 takes 2. In column 9, there are 3 empty cells. This 2 here blocks these 2 cells. So naturally 2 goes here in B9. And in column 9, the missing numbers are 1 and 9. There is a 1 blocking from here. So I9 takes 9 and H9 takes 1. And in block 3, the only missing number is 9. In this block, there are only 2 missing numbers and the numbers are 4 and 5. There is a 5 blocking from here. So H7 takes 4 and I7 takes 5. Now since there is a 4 here, H1 takes 9 and I1 takes 4. The only missing number in column 5 is 9. Here in column 7, there are only 2 empty cells and the missing numbers are 4 and 7. There is a 7 here. So E6 takes 4 and F6 takes 7. And here the missing numbers are 5 and 2. There is a 2 blocking from here. So E4 takes 5 and F4 takes 2 and the puzzle is solved. Dear friends, how did you find the puzzle today? According to me, the 4 in A3 was the key finding. After that, the puzzle was a cakewalk for me. It was very easy to find all the other numbers after that. How did you feel? Was my video useful for you today? Please share your experience in the comment box. Thank you and have a nice day.